Okay, so basically a quick recap of where we're at so far. So it is one of the pinned messages. We had some backend optimizations, more UI friendly, so you can use it on your mobile and tablet. So we have Hook Finance, Kishu, and Feg token as tokens you can track. On the topic of track tokens, we have some more that's coming. For example, Shinobi, Ryoshi's Vision. These are in the Excel. We're not sure if we're going to add these, but it's definitely something we are looking into. Then we have Kuma Inu, Cheddar Token, Floki Inu, Shiptaro, and Kongtama is what we have so far. There's going to be much more, but we're adding them bit by bit, and depending on what people want added, we'll prioritize those first. So, and we added an analytics setup so we can see how people come to the site and gauge the uses, what's used a lot, what's tracked more, etc. Lots more detailed look into how people use our tools. And yeah, we're gonna make sure the next big thing is we wanna first of all make the website look a lot better. Also the exchange tab, basically where your redistribution tracker is, wanna also improve the look of that. That's definitely something that we want to do. Right. So in terms of marketing, we are looking to get into much more active tweeting, and in general, using more social media. We might be looking into perhaps a Facebook account, for example, but we're not sure how useful that is going to be. But tweeting is definitely something we're going to improve quite a lot. One thing was mentioned was YouTube crypto channels. We're looking also into those, basically giving overviews of what we are in any package. Um, and of course, we also want to make Medium articles, so things are more in one place and maybe a little bit more detail than a pinned message, for example, in the list of pinned messages. So it'll be a bit more compact and in a slightly better format. So we're adding more tokens. The Excel is also, of course, what we want to do. So we'll ask around in the chat and see what more coins are pretty popular at the time. We also might look into it ourselves, see what has a lot of holders and activity. Right. So Google Ads is definitely one of the things we're going to look into because they have a much more cost per click type of deal. So you'll be paying if they actually click on it instead of running on time. And since they have really good tech behind it, then it'll be really easy to get the right ad to the right person. And I think it's going to be super helpful and probably one of the best ideas because you can target specific countries as well, so we can look into more crypto savvy locations. But mostly it's tends to land in America because it's probably one of the biggest things there. Right. I don't think there's actually not that much to talk about. So the redesigns, then adding more tokens, changing the look of the site. Yeah, once we have our redistribution tracker fleshed out, and we also might be looking into another developer to help us make these things quicker. We'll see how that goes. Because we want to keep our team small as possible, or we'll might be getting too big is very bad, and having just the right amount of people to do multiple things is really nice. So yeah, once we improve the tracker, add more tokens, add the multiple wallet tracking, etc., so on, we can move on to governance. But governance wouldn't take that long to make. The only issue with that is we need a bigger community. So that's probably going to be our next step. And as we're doing that, we're going to try to time governance with it as well. So I think that is mostly it, actually. I mean, in a proper big AMA, it tends to get drawn out a lot more, but that is mostly everything for now, really. That was the quickest way I put these little points quickly together. I guess a few things I could mention is the email thing didn't work out whatsoever. Sending those didn't really work. We might, well, we are concerned that it might have not been legitimate either. So that's pretty bad burn, let's put it that way. But we're looking into new things, Google Ads, for example. Definitely one of the things we want to do. Want to have a more mainstream method, on top of doing, everything being in other Telegram channels and so on. So trying to be a bit more formal, let's put it that way. We'll definitely be looking into more Telegram, people and channels as well. Perhaps we can find valuable connections there, which we do have, and we're definitely looking on that front as well. But in terms of mainstream stuff, we'll be looking into Google Ads, and we'll be posting it to the Telegram whenever we start doing that. And any kind of images and videos, whatever we might be using, we'll show it to you. Depending on how much it'll cost as well, we'll be looking into it. We'll update as we go. We pretty much every pin message we have been saying everything that we're doing and have done. So there is really nothing too much going behind the scenes, which is what we really want to have. So we don't want it to be, mysterious. Nobody knows what's going on. We'll also be talking more with our owner of the Chinese community group and see how we can improve on that front as well, because it's a pretty big group. No, I'm sorry, it's pretty loud. Well, yeah, that's about it. There's not much else to really say, unless you have any questions. Well, we have only one person to ask the questions from. Ah, good point. Yeah, we're definitely gonna look into that. I think once we get this done, I'll ask around and see what the definitive choice is. Because yeah, we have been looking for candidates and all of that stuff, but it hasn't, been finalized yet. So thank you for bringing that up. In terms, yeah, I think also on top of that, we did a lot of pairs, and we still think it's going to be very worthwhile to have more pairs with different coins. So we already have a bunch of those. But yeah, we're definitely on track for May. Yeah, just haven't finalized it yet. Well, it's gonna take a bit of time to look for the best choice. But absolutely, thank you for the question. It's a good question. Yeah, absolutely. Uh, yeah, in general, like the way we're looking at it is, I mean, right now our community isn't the most active, so we're looking to fix that. But also want to, at the same time, focus on actually delivering a good product that works. And these things will take time, so it's not gonna happen, overnight. Sometimes it does, but not that, nothing overnight lasts for longer than the same time it took to get there. As with every single thing that in the crypto land. Yeah, mostly. Some do manage to. Yeah, of course, absolutely. We had, yeah, a big surge, and then it just fell off. But it's not because we have like a terrible product. It's just because people are in it for the money. So that's how, in terms of, I guess some people here are probably wondering about, probably, of course everyone's in it for the money. That investing is, that's the point of it. But yeah, it's not easy to control, but we want to focus on that good product, and it'll just come eventually. Once we get, our footing more, solid, and we can get, those exchanges, and once we have a ton of pairs, people are like, wow, there's all these cool features, and it's, a working thing, instead of, oh guys, coming soon, and nothing ever happens. So yeah, that's definitely our focus point right now, and we're just happy to work on this. Let me know if you have something else to ask. Thanks for the questions, by the way. mm, yeah, I suppose we can maybe poll about it. I'm not sure what, it varies. Usually people work on weekdays, but that's like not the thing anymore. I mean, people work like on every single random day possible, so I think maybe we can poll it, see what kind of answers we get, and then probably, pick the most popular one. Yeah, definitely. I mean, we did mostly the same kind of time because previous times it worked pretty well. So, but absolutely, yeah. What kind of time would you propose yourself? All right, gotcha. After this, I'll make a poll and then see what answers we get. Just let me know if there's no more questions because I've already pretty much went over everything pretty pretty fast. But yeah, I think we're gonna still have these. If people, for example, don't join again, then we'll have this video that we have on YouTube. It'll be pretty good to watch, get everything in one place. So we're not going to, stop doing them. All right. Well, huge thanks for the questions. Love the exchange one. Uh, Definitely forgot to mention that. I mean, it's quite down the line, but so it didn't come to mind right away. Okay, well, huge thanks for being here. Thanks for the great questions. Hope you like what I had to say and everything is clear. But yeah, it's gonna take time. It's gonna be a wild ride. It's gonna take a while. Um, but I hope you'll be here and everyone else who's probably gonna watch this video back. And yeah, I think we'll end it for now. And see you. I think we'll do the next one maybe 2 weeks from now. We're not really sure. If activity gets back in, next week already, we'll do then. See how the Telegram is doing. But yeah, all right. Have a good morning, night, evening, whatever time it is, and see you next time.